Welcome to Startup Hack. Today we're going to talk about some interesting changes that we see as Google has a genius method for discovering top talent, and it requires no degree or experience required. And I think we're seeing a growing trend in the market, and we're going to start talking about that today. So let's dig in and get started. Welcome to Startup Hack. My name is Spencer Thomason. I am the CEO and co-founder of CleanRouter, as well as many other products. Here are some lessons that I've learned building a successful business while challenging startup norms. My challenge is to push you to rethink startup success. Welcome to Startup Hack. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. So what we're seeing is a growing trend of interesting things. Let me get the right screen selected here. And so we're seeing this growing trend where Google has a genius method for discovering top talent with no degree required. It's shaping the employment landscape for employers and employees. Now, I found this was really interesting because I've actually been finding the same. For the last 10 years, I've been hiring people without a degree and then finding people who are smart technically and training them. And it's interesting to see that Google, one of the world's most attractive employers, according to a study, is landing some of the world's most talented staff, but it's not just the search giant's name and reputation that's luring candidates. It's the company's role, requirements, or lack thereof. No longer do candidates require shiny resumes and cover letters complete with Ivy League accolades and years of direct experience. In fact, Google is finding top talent without any degrees or experience. Now, they rolled out a certificate program where you can use some certificates that you gain through Coursera, and that requires a lot of self-drive and self-motivation to go through and learn. But they're finding that as they go through those folks who have gone through certificates, that the reality is that there's a lot of professionals that don't require a degree to perform. Overlooking candidates without a degree in a certain field or without a degree at all can be detrimental to finding the best fit for a particular role within your organization. The same go in many cases with direct experience. There are instances where it is an employer's benefit that a candidate lacks prior experience in the field. This is especially true within innovative teams, organizations that don't want things done the way they've always been done. So we look at a company like Google, who's been breaking ground, and any company who wants to be developing. I think that innovative spirit is largely being found among a lot of entrepreneurial folks, as well as people who are just generally innovative. And so a lot of that hasn't people who've been sitting in corporate America for 20 years. So when businesses are trying to stand out from their competition by doing things different, zero experience yields a tremendous amount of fresh perspective. In fact, according to Fast Company, one company found that employees who had no experience outperformed those who had 10 to 15 years of sales experience. And I think I've found that even with some other industries as well. So one of the other things is just really, are you a corporate who wants to invest in your employees? There's an interesting concept around investing in your employees. A lot of times you have an employee who's worked for a company for like 5 or 10 years, and they have a lot of tribal knowledge, a lot of business knowledge, a lot of experience in an industry, but maybe they're ready for a change. And frequently that means somebody leaves the company. If a company can offer an analyst or a business expert or somebody just expert in a field, maybe a sales rep, maybe a support personnel, and if they can then invest in them for 1 quarter's worth of pay, we've found that you can take that person and turn them into a developer and make them something very useful then, because now you have the company experience plus that development experience. So as these guys are saying, a formal education doesn't necessarily mean someone is ready to hit the ground running, and neither does prior experience. Every business operates differently, so no matter what sort of role you're hiring for, employers need to invest in employee training, which gives candidates the right aptitude, eliminates the need for candidates to have specific education and experience requirements. Now, we've been a big believer in this for a while. In all of my different businesses, the ones I work at, I've hired hundreds of different developers, and that's why we've decided to start Startup Hack. Startup Hack is an exclusive .NET web development bootcamp with a guaranteed one-on-one instruction. Our proven full-stack .NET Core Bootcamp will have you ready for your first job in 14 to 16 weeks. Or if you're already in a job and you just want to transition into a development role, we guarantee that within 1 quarter, within 14 to 16 weeks, you can spend time with an instructor and become up to date on technology and get that technology delivered for you. It is absolutely the fastest way to become a full-stack developer. These are some of the curriculum and technologies that we go over. We go over become all the different web technologies, jQuery and Bootstrap. We then teach you Microsoft SQL. We teach using .NET Core 6. We also use REST APIs, and so you'll be very versed in REST APIs. We then teach you how to build out a client-side interface using Angular. You'll learn how to use Get and learn how to use all the basic tools. And so the great part is the first 12 weeks is all instructions, and the last 4 weeks is led by myself and other tutors who will be helping to instruct you and work one-on-one with you for at least an hour a day on your projects. So if you're in a corporation, you actually then gain the experience of having somebody like me sit down and help you architect out that application as part of your experience. And so this is a fantastic win, and it's something that really helps you to build this. So check out startuphack.com and make sure that you get started now, because this is really one of the best ways that you can turn yourself into a developer and launch your forward career. And honestly, if you're just even an entrepreneur wanting to get started and want to build your own application, this 12 weeks will help you launch your application, and you can turn yourself into a developer rather than spend a lot of money in hiring out a developer. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and follow us on Startup Hack. We publish a lot of interesting stories, and we will catch you next time.